until that football landed in his hands 2 weeks ago. The name Garry Gilliam was really uttered on a national stage. To most, Seattle's rookie lineman was an unknown, but to kids at one Pennsylvania school, his is the name that matters most when it comes to inspiration. Gilliam went to Penn State. He was a double major in public relations and marketing, which is fitting because he is a walking billboard now when it comes to overcoming odds at a young age. That is something far more difficult to pull off than any trick play. Jade McCarthy has his story.
He's not going to hear these sirens and gunshots, and he's not going to come out of the building one day and there's a body laying there or something.
Honestly, it saved my life. I have no doubt that I'd probably be dead or in jail or something if I would have stuck, in the situation I was in.
Seahawks rookie Garry Gilliam was 7 when his single mom took him out of their family apartment in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and brought him to the Milton Hershey School, a residential school for lower-income families. While Hershey, Pennsylvania may be the sweetest place on earth, the memory of that day is still sour.
She was like, I'll be back, Gary. I was like, okay, we can go play on the swings, whatever. It started to get dark, and then my house parent came out, and he was like, hey, Gary, it's time to come in and take a shower and get ready, for bed. And I was like, no, what are you talking about? My mom's coming.
I told him I'll be back. I didn't return. But if he knew that I was going home, he would have never stayed. And I couldn't see his face. I couldn't watch him cry. So I just left.
I remember crying every night. I was the youngest kid in my student home. Most of them were middle high schoolers, so they would see me crying, suck it up, get over it, you'll be fine.
The school, named for the famous chocolatier who founded it, is a cost-free private boarding school where academics and athletics go hand in hand. Garry excelled in both.
By the time he was 10, he's looking at me like, I can do this. My education is more important than your cares, Mom.
It got to the point where she was asking me to come home, and I was like, no, this is what's best for me, what's best for family.
He really made it bold in his mind to actually want to be a 4.0 student. That became a goal, and he achieved it.
He was not a kid you ever had to redirect. Garry was with you in the conversation. His brain was like a sponge, picking up what was going on, what we had to do.
When did you know that you had made the right decision?
When he walked across the stage. Garry graduated, and I said I did something right. I did it. It was the right decision.
Garry made the decision to stay close to home and attend Penn State. His location may have changed, but his track record for success continued.
And it's Garry Gilliam dragging the Ohio State defenders.
How many kids play Division I football and get 3 bachelor's degrees? He's been able to take those work habits and make them work as a student, now as an NFL athlete.
An undrafted rookie who found his way to Seattle and the spotlight in the biggest game of his career to date, the NFC Championship.
The Seahawks are going to send Stephen Household. It'll be a field goal attempt of 38 yards.
Just about the time the ball was snapped, I spotted where he was at. He had him on the wing.
Snap is good. Spot is a fake. John Ryan around the far side. He's going to throw.
And I'm thinking to myself, all right, Garry, look it in, tuck it away, and as we used to say here, exaggerate possession. And he did exactly that.
It is a touchdown. Seahawks. Garry Gilliam. His first touchdown as a pro.
I'm jumping off my couch. My girl was like, Garry, Garry. We're freaking out.
This was just so unexpected. I lost my mom.
I heard from probably every one of my house parents and teachers. I'm looking forward to being able to go back there and share that, that experience with them.
Garry has already shared his NFL experience in the place he still calls home. He visited Milton Hershey on the Seahawks bye week in October.
Keep your grades up? Yeah? You lying to me? I'll go check. Garry Gilliam?
embraced Milton Hershey all the way until now, an alum who may return as a Super Bowl champion. Garry Gilliam was always going to find a way to soar.
I'm not surprised that Gary's successful. If you told me we're going to Seattle Seahawks, I might have said, really? Oh, well, okay, that makes sense. He's a football player. But I'm not surprised he's really successful at 24.
There's a recommendation we had written up for an award back when he was in 8th grade. It's worded something along the lines of, we know Gary's going to make his mark in the world and it's going to be something great.
The heartache, the tears, the sleepless nights. It was worth it. It was worth it.
So there's a video online made by the kids at the Milton Hershey School called I Am Garry Gilliam. They all say that, and they talk about what he has meant to them. Garry reposted that on Twitter this week and said it brought tears to his eyes, and those kids are the reason he continues to want to inspire. The impact he is making there is obvious. You should check out the video.